What up? What up? Time for another weekly kickoff here. Hopefully, y'all's last week went better than Brandon's. Because apparently he had a rough week. I thought I was gonna have a rough week, and then my team's battled back at the end, and I ended up having pretty decent. I kind of split, but I was projected to only win one going into Monday night, and then I ended up winning a few extra in there. So hey, I'll take some luck. I need all the luck I can get.
I still beat you. I did beat you in the family league though, so there's that.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, pal. Shout out to you for that.
It's about the only league I won this week, actually.
Dude, I tell you though, that was an ugly matchup.
This is so bad.
Man, that was not something for either of us to brag about, no matter who won, because I should not have even been in there.
It's easy for you to say you lost.
Well, you beat me by 3 points, and notice that I renamed my team the Replacements, and I have a porta potty as my team logo. It's gotten that bad that most of my team is just out.
I lost Malik Neighbors in there this week, and I still beat you. So
that's true. Well, let me tell you who's killing me and who's killing a lot of people right now, and that's Derrick Henry.
Yes.
Derrick Henry is absolutely destroying fantasy teams right now. So that's a big one.
Well, there's two of them. I didn't end up with Derrick Henry anywhere, but I have Chase Brown in a lot of leagues. He's killing me.
Sure.
Those two guys for sure are killing people.
But my league, that league in there, I'm missing CeeDee Lamb, and Jalen Warren and George Kittle. So I've lost some pretty good players in there.
Week 5?
Yeah, this is week 5. We're going into week 5.
I'm talking about when does George Kittle come back?
I don't know. I think he'll be more of a week 6. I think.
Week 6, okay.
So
yeah, I think you're on IR after week 1. So yeah, week 6.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, Henry only got 7.8. Yeah, dude, he's been absolutely just killing people in fantasy. I know he hasn't made. I have him in there. He was really high pick for me, and he's been screwing me. So yeah, instead of being 3-1. So just to get back over here, what's up, average Texan?
What's up?
Texans? All Texans are pretty average, though, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
3 Oklahoma boys here, so I had to throw that out there. Mad at yourself, bench George Pickens for Kincaid.
Oh yeah,
Kincaid to pop off against New Orleans just for Pickens to put up 30.
Kincaid's not a touchdown, but I mean George Pickens definitely.
But you sat Pickens with Lamb out. Ouch, dude. Ouch. That's
honestly,
that's rough.
I would have played Pickens against Patrick Surtain in Denver this week over Kincaid.
Yeah.
You messed up on that one, buddy. Sorry.
That's tough for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But oh man, I'm just looking back at this game log for Derrick Henry, and this is in a half point PPR league that I'm in. Not that makes much of a difference. Week 1, 28.7 points. Oh, here we go, baby. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2.3, 10.2, 6.8. What the hell?
Yeah.
Get out of here, Derrick Henry. He is out of here, it seems. So
I will say, though, because, I mentioned Chase Brown, too. Between the two of them, I'd rather buy low on Henry.
Yep.
Because it's Derrick Henry. Chase Brown, that whole offense, I think, is going to struggle all year. I still think there's a chance for him to snap out of it. He gets some easier matchups down the line than he has right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're both great buy lows, but if I'm aiming for one over the other, I want Derrick Henry.
I agree.
So, will Lamar play this week? I know he had an injury. I don't know if that affect Derrick Henry's play.
I don't think he is.
He said a hamstring. They said he's pretty unlikely to play this week.
Yeah, I think Lamar's going to be out, along with all the other people that are out because of injury. My goodness, dude. Rough.
First, to Tyreek Hill, that was a gruesome injury yesterday.
Oh, my God. legs do not bend that way. Man, you want to talk about good spirits, though. That dude. I mean, that dude was like, I'm still going to make millions and I don't have to play. Yeah.
Exactly.
Watch him make millions.
Think about it, but we all quietly knew he wanted – well, not quiet. We all knew he wanted to leave Miami. So do you think that's kind of a way of him like, well, I want to get out of here more than like this is kind of an easy breakup in a way?
I think he's like, now I can rehab and get ready for those Olympics, flag football Olympics, and I'm just going to be good to go. Also, expecting Green Bay to smoke the Cowboys, to be honest. Dude, let me tell you, we all were.
Everybody was.
Yeah.
Even Cowboys fans were. And that's
100%. I thought we'd be down by 28 at half. Like, I thought it was just going to be done. I was going to be so irritated I would turn it off.
You know, it started out that way. It started out looking like it was heading that way. And then 1 2-point conversion ran back later, and we're off to the races. Literally.
Yeah, but at the same time, I wasn't expecting it necessarily be a close game because that's what he says here is with the way Green Bay D has been playing, was expected to be a total shootout game. But even so, Dallas, in that game plan, if you expect Green Bay to beat the crap out of them, then you expect Dallas to be throwing the ball to try to get points a lot, So like Javonte would have been the one that I was sitting there, not Pickens,
Yeah, I had him as a bust last week, and he actually played really well.
Because the game did not go at all.
Yeah, he's been playing, and even the commentators talk about on the game, like he looks like pre-knee injury Javonte Williams again. Finally, like it took him a couple years to get back to it, but he looks like his old self again. It's exciting.
Yeah, and Kyle, you and I talked about it. We thought that was the possibility of him coming to Dallas and kind of reviving his whole career. We didn't think he was washed up. We thought he had a very good opportunity here. Did I take him in any drafts? I've got him on 0 teams. I'm not getting to enjoy this at all. So I'm very sad about that.
And it wasn't because I didn't want to draft him. He just fell in weird spots from where I was in those drafts. If I let him later, he went earlier than I thought, and vice versa, and it just didn't work out. But I wasn't avoiding him.
Same.
It just didn't work out.
Brandon, did you get any Williams on anything?
Yeah, I got him in one of my leagues, but also I took him in Jaden Blue because, again, we heard the noise out of camp, so I didn't know.
Yep.
But obviously, I don't think that's meaning anything. So
see, I've got Blue in a couple leagues, but that's just
because I Blue. So yeah.
Well, I got Javonte in 1, and it's a dynasty, and I also have Blue. Yeah.
Yep, that's the way to do it. Let's see over here. Oh, that's funny. I hope Lamar is out for my own sake. We need to beat the Ravens. But I tell you, even with Lamar, the Ravens have looked like trash, dude. Yeah. They do not look good.
Especially on defense.
Their defense is horrible.
The defense is worse than Dallas's defense right now. Like, it's so bad.
Don't they have Jair Alexander, too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're I don't know how they're playing so badly on defense, but man,
so bad. Also, kind of going back before we move off of the Green Bay game, Micah Parsons has not done that great this year. Like, it's almost like Dallas is looking like Jerry Jones is looking like a genius right now.
Well, they gave him a pity sack on Dak on that play.
Yes, like, that's stupid.
There's no way that was a 0-yard gain play. Like, his knees hit down, but like he was leaning forward. There's no way. And so they gave him a pity sack. He had like 8 pressures or something. Like he had no effect on that game whatsoever, other than maybe our game plan going away from him and double teaming him. Like, okay, but as far as getting to Dak, he had
how'd that work out for him? Yeah, that really hurt. That really helped them. I mean, honestly though, like I have him in an IDP league. He used to be stud. Now he's average. Like I have considered just dropping him because he is worthless. He's hurting me in my matchups in my IDP league because he's not doing anything. He's not producing.
It's part of the reason he wasn't that effective in Dallas, really. Like his rookie year, he was good because nobody knew what they were getting. Yeah. And then everybody just started double teaming him. So he was not like you watch a TJ Watt beat constant double teams, and then you watch him just get shut down by double teams. Like, yeah, it's
TJ Watt is consistent.
He played good this after his injury last year, but I think it was mostly because he was trying to get that new contract, which he did, just not in Dallas. Yeah. But every time I see his game stats, like I'm more and more happy we traded him for what we did.
It was a good business decision. I tell you though, every time someone gets paid, they start sucking.
Yeah.
Coincidence?
Ooh.
Doubt it. I'm just saying, I don't think that's much of a coincidence to start sucking right after you get paid. So just throwing that out there.
I got a question when it comes to, and not to relate it to this, but obviously in Dallas sports, obviously seeing Micah, and not to relate to basketball with Luka, are y'all kind of like, is this a Dallas sports thing, or y'all just kind of more like, how are y'all saying that? Did they kind of make the right? Did those GMs make the right decision in the end? Or they just know something we didn't?
I think the Cowboys did. I think the Mavericks screwed up.
No. Here's how I see it. I think the Mavs knew that they would get that number 1 overall pick, because that's how it always happens. A team screws up, they trade away their star, and they just happen to get the number 1 overall pick in that next draft. What are the odds? Against all odds, they get that number 1 pick. It's crazy how that always happens in the NBA. It's so strange.
The NBA is rigged, so I didn't account for the rigging of the NBA.
Yeah, so I'm just saying something going up there. Something going on. Let's get over here to AJ really quick. He said, I just traded JSN and Amika for Jamar Chase and Nico. I think I messed up bad.
Very bad.
Yes, I think so too.
Yes.
If this is Dynasty, I would have made that in a heartbeat. But if you're talking redraft, JSN and Ibuka are playing so well this year. You know Chase is going to struggle all year. Nico, I love him, but his numbers aren't there right now. I don't think I would have made this move.
I wouldn't either.
So when we talk about, and I don't have much faith in Nico that Houston's offense not looking good, but Jamar Chase is such a talent that surely they find a way to get him the damn ball, right?
And they will. He won't play Patrick Surtain every week. He'll have much better weeks than he did this week.
That's true.
But the title of this show this week, consistency is key, and he's going to be up and down the map this year.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
Very, very matchup based this year, I feel like.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm not loving that, and Nico is not.
Whereas, and Nico's kind of the same way. I feel like I can start JSN and Amika every week.
Yeah.
And rely
especially with bye weeks this week. And this is where you really got to be consistent. Yeah, you got to show the consistency, especially
first week with bye weeks this week. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to throw a wrench in some things, that's for sure, with those bye weeks starting up. So I got pretty lucky that my bye weeks are all spread out pretty well. I don't have a lot of doubled up in my leagues. So just kind of by dumb luck, I don't draft according to bye weeks. In fact, I prefer to have 1 week where almost my whole team is on bye. Just throw that 1 week and get them out of the way instead of piecing it together. But I just do it by dumb luck. I'm never looking at bye weeks when I'm drafting, really, unless it's like a backup quarterback and it's coming down. And I'm like, okay, I'll need one for blah, blah, blah. But
backup QBs and backup tight ends, those are the only ones I need on different bye weeks.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Let's see. Whoa, Wolf on Walnut. What's up? Let's see. I lost my first 2 games, won my last 2 back-to-back opponent. A back-to-back opponent. What's that?
You played the same person twice.
That's what I'm wondering. Man, that is interesting. I guess you play the same guy 2 weeks in a row each time. I don't know, but that's good though, man. You're making your comeback.
Yeah,
recovering from those first 2. Love that. Man, I tell you, I'm gonna have to make a comeback in some of these leagues once I get my players back healthy. Hopefully I can get some of my players back healthy. But in the leagues I'm hurting, that's why I'm hurting. I've lost some big players. Kyle, I think you're the same way with that CeeDee Lamb injury. I know that hurt you across the board and
hurts a lot.
So, yeah. So
the CeeDee Lamb injury and the Chase Brown playing poorly are the 2 things that have hurt me the worst so far this year.
And then, of course, Malik Neighbors. I mean, we gotta mention that.
That was bad, but personally, he only affected me in 1 league. But I know that hurt a lot of people in a lot of leagues. So
it hurts a lot. It really does.
So I mean, we've all been hit bad.
Oh yeah.
I do want to throw out there really quick before we get back over here to the Wolf on Walnut. I want to invite everyone to go to fsan.shop. You'll see it in the ticker down below. You can use the code FFCK15 for 15% off all orders there at fsan.shop. Really simple URL there for you. Our rookie guide probably isn't super helpful for you right now, unless you do want to read up on some of those rookies, but you kind of see what's going on there. But we got team gear in there. We've got some just funny fantasy football stuff in there. There's Draftomania. Shout out to Hulk Mania there. So anyways, go over there, FFCK15 for 15% off. Commission ain't easy. And your mom is in my fantasy football league. I love that shirt, dude.
I actually have a fantasy league where my team name is your mom's favorite team.
I like
too good. Oh, yeah. Oh, so it's a 12-man league. And that doesn't really tell us what the back-to-back opponent means, though. I still don't know what that means.
Yeah.
He might be the commissioner. I bet he's the commissioner.
Maybe. I'm probably the only person with a top wide receiver not hurt. Yeah. Well, that explains it. So you're that guy in your league. You're the one guy making it through without the injuries, and so everyone hates you. Got it.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
And Jefferson's is top. So nice. So yeah, you're making it through without injury, and everyone hates you for it. So I always hate that person. And my wife is like, Corey, you're always making excuses. Your players are always getting hurt. And I'm like, but my players are always getting hurt. I don't know. I must be cursed. I don't know. My players are always getting hurt.
I feel like the last 3 or 4 years, the teams that win are the ones that don't have injuries.
Yeah.
So if you're lucky enough to draft a roster that stays healthy, you're going to win these leagues.
That's true, but I'm also throw another factor here I've seen in leagues. Just because someone is doing well in the regular season does not mean they're going to go in the playoffs and do well. That does not mean that. So even if you are 1-3, potentially 1-4, I've seen people sneak in the playoffs. Just saying.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, you can definitely
get in, and it's going to start this week with bye weeks because people got to be now.
Brandon, you bring up a great topic to discuss. There is, it's not time to panic yet.
No.
And people are already like writing off their season because they're 1-3, and they're already writing it off. And it's like, what? Like, dude, it's so early right now. You got so many weeks to come back. It's not time to write it off, man. And if you're 3-1, don't get comfortable. Don't get comfortable. It doesn't mean jack crap.
I think the best story I can kind of tell with that is it was actually in the league me and Kyle was in. So last year, I think I started off either 1-3 or 1-4. The guy who did so well in the regular season, I played him in the third place game and ended up beating him. And it was when Bryce Young played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the last game of the season and he balled out. But I bring that point to say I think he went like 7-2, 8-2. Thought he had first place, and then all of a sudden start to drop. So it's a message to you all: don't get comfortable and don't panic.
Don't panic, because last year I was 1-6 in a league and I made the playoffs. I made the final, and I had the better roster, and I should have won it, but my team screwed up. Actually, no, I made the semifinal. Sorry, my team that was obviously the best roster should have made 140 points a week, scored like 79 points that week. Everybody was in single digits except for my kicker, and my quarterback was in single digits. My team just crapped the bed, but I started off 1-6 and made the playoffs. So you just never know when that streak's gonna hit, man.
It's possible, because like 2 years ago in a league that me and Corey were in with some friends, I had an incredible roster, started off 0-5, but half of like I had extra picks and everything, and like my 5 top draft picks were hurt, and I was just like, then I wrote it off. So in that situation, you can write that off. But like this year, I'm 0-4, and it's just been bad luck. My roster's sick, and it's healthy.
Yeah.
Except for CeeDee Lamb, it's healthy, and I've got some depth. Just bad luck. If that's your case, don't freak out. Trust in your team. But last year in Scott Fishbowl is another good example. I was literally 1 loss away from being mathematically eliminated from the playoffs and 1 out against opponents and the median every week through the end, and I barely got into the playoffs in Scott Fishbowl. So it can happen.
It could definitely happen. Yeah. All right, let's see. Wolf on Walnut. RJ Harvey and T Hunter might be trade bait for me later on.
Yeah.
I'm not big into Hunter.
If I would get rid of Hunter, drop him if you have to. But like Harvey, I'm hanging on to Harvey.
He scored a touchdown yesterday. I will keep Harvey.
Yeah. His role's already starting to grow. I know they had a lead in that game or whatever, but his role's starting to grow. He did well with the touches he got, which means it's going to continue to grow and expand. So
yeah,
I'm sticking with Harvey for a little bit longer.
I agree.
Before I try to trade him. He's going to have a big game soon. Then if you need to trade him for something, okay.
Yeah.
But I think you're going to like having Harvey on your roster down the stretch.
I agree. All right, guys. Let's see. He's got Hampton and Williams at running back. Not doing too shabby then.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Harvey, but not bad, yeah.
Took Hampton a little bit to come alive there. All it took was Najee Harris also getting injured.
Yeah.
And then here comes Hampton. So, I mean, that's kind of how it rolls. Got Algier too. Yep. Not doing too bad there.
He scored the Sunday.
I'd rather trade Algier than Harvey right now.
Yeah,
I agree.
If I'm selling high on one after a touchdown week, it's Algier.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, guys. So I know it is waiver wire night. Kyle, I'll start with you here. Do you have anyone, not to put you on the spot here, do you have anyone that you're super interested in going on the waiver wire for tonight?
I think the number one option, if he's available in your league, has to be Woody Marks.
Yeah.
Like that's a no-brainer.
Agreed.
Top one that I'm looking at.
100% agree with that.
So that would be my top option. Wan'Dale Robinson, if he's available. I know a lot of people never believed in him, but he's been playing well even with Neighbors, and now he's going to be the number one guy. If those two guys probably aren't as available as some others, but if they are, those have to be your top options.
Agree.
Other guys I'm looking at are like Kendre Miller. Got a lot of work this week. I think we'll continue to see that split because Kamara has not been super efficient with his touches this year.
Yeah, it's strange.
Rashad White, Bucky Irving could miss a couple weeks. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just going off the top of my head here.
It's tough.
Yeah.
What do you think about Emery DeMarcado?
I'm not that worried about him.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Benson's the guy. He had a rough week. I'm trying to buy Benson. Your window expanded to buy Benson is what happened this week.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like that was such a fluke touchdown by DeMarcado. I'm not spending money on him on waivers.
I agree.
Also, I want to throw in a waiver wire too. That I put this on my TikTok. Just maybe an sneaky ad. Maybe Darius Slayton, league neighbors getting hurt. It's maybe a possibility.
I don't hate it.
Slayton, and then what's that guy's name in Miami? Malik, is it Washington?
Yeah, Malik Washington. Yeah, mm-hmm.
Could be a sneaky ad. I don't think you're going to get a ton of volume out of either of those guys, but could be nice little flexes in a crunch as we hit the bye weeks here.
I agree. Yep. Yeah. Let's see. Marky says, I'm thinking of dropping Josh Downs for Woody Marks in a PPR league. Should I do that?
I would do that.
Yeah.
I would absolutely do that.
I would do that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, already did it. Should I cancel? Nope. Keep it. And then Wolf on One says, should I drop Geno for somebody? Hurts is my starter. Well, I mean, it depends on who's out there, right? So
yeah,
Geno's not playing. You don't need to necessarily drop if he ain't playing. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it just depends on, like you said, what are your options out there on the waiver wire?
Yeah.
So hard to say. Let's see. TS says flex PPR, Monty, Godwin, or Rashad White if Irving can't go. We'll start with that one, and then we'll go to the second. Monty, Godwin, or Rashad White.
All right. So Tampa Bay is playing Seattle, whose defense has been playing pretty well. Monty plays Cincy. And I could see them getting a lead and running. I love Monty this week.
Where do they play Cincy at? That's important.
At Cincy.
It's at Cincy. I don't think that matters. I don't think it matters at all.
I think it can make it more run heavy than pass heavy.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
But I think also Monty had a really rough game. I think they're gonna scratch his back a little bit.
He had a rough game against the toughest run defense in the league this week. Don't let that scare you off. Gibbs also had a pretty rough. He had a better week than Monty, but still pretty rough.
Yeah.
Going against Cleveland. Don't let that scare you off. This is a great matchup for him against Cincinnati.
But if Irving can't go,
Seattle's defense playing pretty well.
I'm still doing Monty, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That offense is just high powered. And like you said, I don't. Okay, well, let's move to the second part of that then. Fields or Murray at quarterback?
Jets play the Cowboys. Cardinals play the.
That's all you got to say. You don't even have to know who the Cardinals are playing against.
As I said, Cardinals also have a great matchup against Tennessee, but you're right. It doesn't matter. Fields against the Cowboys, no brainer. Garrett Wilson's run past our secondary all night long.
Did you see that fourth down run he had last night? My gosh. It was electric, dude, to just come back across the field. And, he's really annoying because it looks like he's just jogging. It just looks like he's just jogging. And he's outrunning everybody. And it reminds me of Vince Young back with Texas. He was really annoying because it looked like he wasn't even trying. And he was just leaving everyone in the dust, back before he sucked in the pros. But when he was at Texas, I mean, he was just like that. He was just kind of trying it out, just kind of like looking like he's.
I always thought Jalen Hurts looked the same way in the open field when he was at OU, and we were watching. I don't watch a lot of Eagles now, but like when he was in OU, every time he'd take off running the open field, I'm like, do your legs move faster than that? But his strides were so long, it didn't look like he was moving fast, but he was flying.
Yep.
It was like. Okay.
Where then you have the opposite, where it's like Kyler Murray, who's moving really fast, but he's working for it. I mean, those little legs just go as fast as they possibly can. I mean, that boy is working them legs. But man,
I like the Forrest Gump nub thing.
It's because they're not there. Little legs just kicking like this. That's Major Pain, though, right?
Oh yeah, you're right. It's Major Pain. I was thinking of Lieutenant Dan, but you're right. That was Major Pain.
I can't feel my legs because they're not there. And little nubs just kicking like this. Oh my gosh. All right. Anyways, I'm not flexing DJ Moore or Devonta Smith until further notice.
Okay.
Well, DJ Moore's on a bye this week, so good point.
He's on a bye this week, but I'm with you on Moore because that offense is all over the place. Devonta Smith, I would challenge you this week. With A.J. Brown probably going to get covered by Surtain the entire day. I don't hate Devonta Smith this week because Bo Nix is going to give them a better game than Cincinnati just did. They're going to throw the ball, or they didn't play Cincinnati. Who did they play? Denver played Cincinnati. Who did the Eagles just play? They didn't throw the ball at all in the second half.
And then they played Tampa Bay.
The Bucs, right? I had Denver and Cincinnati on the brain, and then I forgot who the Eagles played. But, they're going to have to throw the ball against the Broncos, and Devonta Smith is the guy they're going to have to throw to because he won't be able to get it to Brown. And then Brown's going to go on strike because he's not going to get any targets all day.
It's going to be Goddard. It's going to be Goddard week.
Might be. He's been balling. It might be a Goddard.
Maybe. Yeah.
But it's not going to be A.J. Brown. So I do think Smith has a decent week, but
man, are y'all taking A.J. Brown, or what are y'all thoughts on that?
I'm benching A.J. Brown this week, period.
Dude, but what about beyond that? Like, he is sucking.
Is it him or is it he ain't getting the ball? I don't know if it's him.
He's not getting the ball even thrown his way. So
yeah. This week for sure, and then we'll play it by ear.
I mean, okay, I say he didn't get the ball thrown his way in week 1, but then he's gotten 8 targets, 10 targets, 9 targets. But like this last game, 9 targets, 2 receptions for 7 yards. Yeah. I mean, that is an elite wide receiver. That's horrible.
And the second round,
it still does feel a little fluky to me too. Like, it's still A.J. Brown. I know, the targets are there. you got to think because he's elite, it's going to get there. But
I agree.
It's
I told a guy earlier today he was offered someone offered him AJ Brown for his Chris Godwin and Xavier Worthy. Now, this guy has extreme depth on his team to where AJ Brown could sit his bench. Worthy was never going to touch a starting lineup. Even that's like his team's really good. And I was like, dude, just take him. Like, I think he's going to have at least one more bad week, and then you have the depth to be able to sit on him. Then he could potentially go off. Then they play the Giants twice in 3 weeks. So, I mean, that's where I think he kind of gets his breakout. He plays the Giants, then Minnesota, then the Giants again before their bye to kind of get his crap straight. I think he gets back on track there against the Giants, and I think you're good to go. But I tell you, you let him have another flopper against Denver this week, and then go get him for dirt cheap. Someone's going to be selling for dirt cheap. So,
yep. And if you can get him that cheap, I would definitely buy.
Hell yeah.
Nothing else that's worth a stash. If you get him cheap enough, it's worth stashing that.
Yep. Let's see. TS says Fields, Achane, Kamara, Puka, T-Mac, Ferguson, Monty, Lions, Fairbairn is my team for this week.
Good team.
Yeah. If Kamara can do what he's supposed to do, but having Puka, you have like one of those teams that can really, really go off on the right week with Puka, Kamara, Achane, Fields, Monty. If they have a good week, like that could be a home run hitter type of team there, man. So love that. Let's see. I got D Smith too. Not a great start. Yeah. No doubt. Devonta Smith, those receivers are struggling there for sure. But I think they'll get it together because the Eagles, they started off bad last year.
Yeah.
I mean, they started off bad last year and then just came alive. And next thing you know, they're just
dominating everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I would give them a little time. And okay, let me just say, if these teams would play in their preseason games like they're supposed to, then the beginning of their actual season wouldn't like absolute trash.
Wouldn't look like preseason games.
Right. And that happens a lot with these stars. They come in, it takes them a good 4 weeks, and these teams a good 4 weeks to get into their groove. And before they actually get to produce in the way they're supposed to, because they don't play in those freaking preseason games at all. And now bye weeks start in week 4, because that makes a lot of sense. You know, those teams are really worn out, or, you know, after in week 5, after 4 games, they're really worn out and want that bye week. Like, get it. Come on, dude. What a joke. NFL and their bye weeks are so stupid. Well, they had to start giving teams rest after they're coming back from Europe and stupid crap like that. Also stupid. I'm pretty sure I heard the announcer at that Ireland game the other day announce like, today's attendance was 74,000, blah, blah, blah. We thank you for your... And I'm like, 74,000? Like, college games here get more than that. Like, that is not a great attendance at all.
I saw a deal the other day that said the NFL's goal is to have one game every week in Europe.
And it's stupid.
And I don't know what the timeline is for that, but that's the goal. And it's like, that would be dumb.
Well, so who played in Europe this it's Minnesota, right? I think Minnesota has to stay. Huh?
I think Minnesota and Cleveland play next week in Germany.
Yeah, maybe. I can't remember where, but yeah, so Minnesota had to be over there for multiple weeks. Away from their family, away from their equipment, away from their homes, away from everything.
This week, Minnesota and Cleveland play in London.
They're London, that's right. So they're having to be away from everything that's normal to them in their workout regimens, you know, everything, their training rooms, their everything. They're gone away from it for 3 weeks, you know, because it takes it out of you, man. That freaking takes it out of you. And so that's
an 8 or 9 hour flight. Yeah.
They're just staying over there this week. So they don't even have their practice facilities. They don't have anything. Like, dude, I was pissed.
They were over there last week. They're over there this week. They're on a bye in week 6.
Yeah, I get it.
2 weeks in Europe and then a bye. It's like, that's not the worst. It's these ones that don't get the bye.
Yeah, but your bye week still isn't. It's still early in the season, and it's only because you've been traveling. Like, It's stupid. I'm not here for it. The NFL.
I don't like these games. I think it's dumb. Not to mention the 9:30 a.m. games really kill our Sunday morning show.
They do. They kill the Sunday morning show for sure.
They kill us on Sundays because people are watching football instead of chatting with us.
100%. But I do like waking up to games. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's a lot of fun, but it does really screw up.
What I don't like about it is waking up to surprise inactives.
Yeah, that's true.
That if your dog didn't happen to wake you up early, you wouldn't have caught it and would have been screwed in several
days. And the Gainwell balled out.
Yep.
I thought about putting him in there, but I said, nah, knowing it's still his backfield, no telling how this is going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't want people to panic on Jaylen Warren just because Gainwell had a good game. Yeah, Jaylen Warren's still going to be the guy there when he gets back. Has Gainwell earned a few more touches? Sure. But not enough to hamper what Warren's going to do this year.
Yeah, they love Warren too much, and Warren's proven.
If anything, use the injury and the Gainwell non-threat, as a way to go buy him low, man.
For sure. All right, let's get to this really quick. Between Pearsall and Coleman over D. Smith.
I'm okay with Pearsall.
I was going to say, what do you think about Pearsall there?
I would not start Coleman over him, but I'm down for Pearsall.
Yeah, 100% on that.
Even the Eagles threw the ball all over the Rams. You can start Pearsall with confidence.
Yeah, I like Pearsall there.
I do too.
All right, let's see. Maybe even T. Hunter over Smith. That I would not do.
I would not do that.
I would not do that. Garrett Wilson and Scadaboo. Oh, by the way, welcome in 2K Legend 101. Garrett Wilson and Scadaboo for Amon-Ra. I have Judkins, Brees, and Bucky full PPR.
I mean,
Did you trade Garrett?
I mean, I would get him if you can get him. Amon-Ra St. Brown's consistent. The title of this week's show is consistent. He's consistent.
Amon-Ra St. Brown is at the top of my consistency list for sure.
Consistent. So I mean, I'll take consistency over wondering if a guy gonna have a big week this week, not a big week. If Amon-Ra can get you 17, 18 a week, let's take it. I'll really take that. Let's just take it.
So I'm gonna agree with you, Brandon, that I think that's a good deal because first of all, you have some depth there at running back, which is good. But Garrett Wilson, he doesn't score that last second touchdown. His night sucked. I mean, it was bad. And so he kind of bailed out fantasy owners there at the end. And really same with Fields. Fields really got me a win there at the last second. So I'm really happy about it. But I'm not happy with that performance. And I think it is going to be a roller coaster ride. And I say that I think it's going to be a roller coaster ride. I'm not. Justin Fields is good for fantasy because he's good on his feet, not because he's good through the air.
Mm-hmm.
So I love Justin Fields on my fantasy team. I don't really love him for Garrett Wilson all that much. And I say that Garrett Wilson without that touchdown had a crappy night. He didn't. I mean, he scored 20 points, so it would have been fine, but not great.
Here's a couple other things you got to consider too. With Scadaboo, Tracy's going to come back. He's not going to just not play anymore. He'll get a little piece. It'll be a smaller piece than he had before, but he's still going to be involved. Garrett Wilson, when you're looking at his schedule, all right, let me read. So he's got Dallas. He'll probably be pretty involved with that this week.
Yeah.
Denver, Patrick Surtain. Carolina, Cincinnati, right before the bye. Okay. They're going to run the ball a lot in those two.
Yeah.
Right? Then they got the bye. Then they come back against Cleveland, who they might struggle to run. So he might do okay there. Mm-hmm. New England, Baltimore, Atlanta, Miami, Jacksonville, New Orleans, New England again in the championship. Those are a lot of teams they're going to beat pretty easy and run the ball a lot, I think. So I don't think you're going to see the volume. I mean, you look here, you got Pitt with a resurgent Aaron Rodgers, Buffalo, Tampa Bay, and then a Miami team that played better than anybody thought they would. And like you said, one play bailed him out there.
Yeah.
I think he's been a benefactor of some of these game scripts, making him look really strong early on in the season. I don't think these types of workloads, and especially he's got a touchdown in 3 out of 4 weeks, I don't think that's sustainable over the full course of the season. I don't think they're going to need to throw to him, 9, 8, 13, and 8 targets every game.
Agreed.
Okay, so
give me him on Raw. Just long story short.
Yeah.
And typically I would say play Garrett Wilson one more week here, let him just go off against Dallas, and then trade him
30 points against
Dallas.
But
you have an opportunity right now to get Amon-Ra.
Yeah.
And I don't think you want to take a chance of an injury or anything to either one of these players right now with Wilson or Scadaboo and messing this up. I think you go ahead and do that deal and don't get too cute with it.
Yep, I agree.
And you'll still play Brees, and he'll still have a really good day, so don't worry about it. So you'll still get a piece of that pie. Wolf on One wants to know, Lions D, a top 5 to 10. Are we talking about this week, or are we talking about long term, I guess?
This week, they're top 5.
Yeah, this week, top 5 for sure.
Season long, I think they're top 10. They're a really good defense.
Yeah, I'm looking at they're
a lot healthier than they were last year.
Yeah, they got a pretty
Cincinnati this week, right?
Tough schedule. Yeah, Cincinnati this week, they're going to be great.
Yeah, okay.
Then they play Kansas City, then Tampa Bay. So those are two pretty.
Would they play Kansas City in Kansas City or Detroit? That'll be a good game.
It's in Kansas City.
Yeah, it's in Kansas City. Then they got their bye, but then they got Minnesota, which ain't going to be bad. But playing Washington and Philly in week 10 and 11 will be tough.
Yeah, their schedule's kind of like this, I would say. But I think they're good enough to roster.
They're good enough to capitalize on the good matchups and get you big weeks.
Yeah.
I don't think they're automatic every week starter.
I agree. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know how to say this. I think it's just a made up. So I'm not going to try to put a name to that. But welcome in.
I think it's YouTube.
But it's a Twitch.
I don't know.
YT Shadows. All right, there you go. That's what I'm going with. Just traded Jefferson and Johnston for Worthy and Judkins. Was it a bad call? First of all, it's always hard to tell without the rest of your roster whether it was a bad call. What's good for you, is kind of subjective and knowing your roster and stuff. But Jefferson and Johnston for Worthy.
He's trying to be the wide receiver 1 for the Chargers.
I was just about to say Johnston's the wide receiver 1 on that offense right now. And I think he will continue to be. He's playing too good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. What is happening there?
The only way I would make this deal is if you were absolutely 100% desperate for a running back and nobody else will trade you one.
Yeah, I would have a hard time thinking, though, you couldn't trade Jefferson for a running back without having to give up Johnston,
Yeah.
He says down below, he says he also has Amon-Ra and a Dunze. So he's swimming wide receivers.
Yeah, but still.
Needed a running back badly. You can get a running back as good as Judkins, maybe better with just Jefferson.
I agree. I think you messed up here.
These are, I don't think you need both of these guys to get a running back. And if you do, you can do better than Johnston or Judkins. Sorry.
Yeah.
Judkins is playing well, but he's not a top 10 guy.
Well, he already did the deal, so.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He did. Well, so you messed up.
So, yeah, you messed up.
Sorry. You could have done better. Yeah, I missed that part of the message. My bad.
Yeah. So
bad call.
I agree. I think that feels like a panic. And
absolutely.
Sorry, man. But let's see.
You should ask us about these things before you pull the trigger.
That's right.
Sam21 wants to know, or is it Sam 21? Hey guys, should I trade Chuba for JMO? I lost Neighbors and need more wide receiver help. I have Benson, Kamara, Mason, Pollard, and Judkins. First of all, I love your depth. Brandon,
but I'm going to go with Sam.
What do you think there, Brandon?
JMO he's boom or bust. I mean, I can't really get behind that. Chuba, he's still the RB1 there in Carolina. I mean, I'd rather ride that.
Yeah, I think this is the same that we just gave the other guy. I mean, you can get better value. Don't panic. You can get better value. Someone out there needs Chuba more than you can get JMO.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or
if you really like JMO, Try and trading Kamara or Pollard for him instead. Like,
Yeah.
I would do Pollard for him. I wouldn't even do Kamara for him yet.
I would do Kamara for him.
We'll see if you can trade Jordan Mason now before Aaron Jones comes back. Just to hopefully.
I'm not worried about Aaron Jones. I love Mason the full year.
I agree. I think Mason's the guy.
He could be, but just throwing some names.
But I think you should do Pollard for JMO straight up. I think that's actually a fair trade.
Yeah. Chuba's your best running back. Looking at your roster, I'm not trading my best running back for a low wide receiver too.
Oh no, I'm starting to like Judkins a lot. I was just saying, but Chuba is.
I like Judkins. Judkins.
Yeah.
But I also like Benson a lot. Any of those, just don't trade those three for a guy like JMO. You can do better if you're going to trade one of them.
All right. This one is going to be a little bit tough. We'll let Brandon answer it, Kyle. So let's see. Okay. Osara says, "Do I trade Cortland Sutton and Chase Brown for Omarion Hampton?"
We need a hard one.
That's why I kicked it to
obviously, you. Chase Brown ain't doing so well. Omarion Hampton, I mean, he's balling right now. Without seeing the rest of your roster, just having to make a guess.
That's the problem is you can't see the rest of the roster, right? Because that's 2 starters for 1 starter. So what does that do for your starting lineup is kind of the question there, you know? Who you got?
It just depends on how bad you need running back help. I mean, I'd rather say just give Chase Brown at least another few weeks or something, I mean, before you just pull the plug. But Cortland Sutton, I mean, he been last 2 games, he been balling. So I mean, it's kind of Amari Hampton been balling too, but I mean,
I feel like those Broncos that offense is starting to get it together a little bit.
That's why I'm like, and he's the one wide receiver in Denver we can trust for sure on a weekly basis. So,
Kyle, what say is you, sir?
I'm doing this deal. This is clearly, to me, this is a guy who is struggling at running back because of Chase Brown. And he's getting pretty good value for Chase Brown here in a deal with Sutton to get Hampton. Hampton's going to end up now with a full workload, probably top 5 on the season. Like, from here on out, he might not end up top 5 at the end, but like from here on, he'll be a top 5 guy. Like, I'm all over this to rebound from a Chase Brown draft. But get the running back, wide receivers. He's probably pretty good at wide receiver. If he's willing to trade Sutton, I would assume he's maybe his 3rd receiver because that's about where you could draft him.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some good receivers still on waivers and stuff right now that you can maybe pull in to play matchups and cover for that at wide receiver. Hold on. He has
that would be my next thing, what you said.
I'm Hampton for Sutton and Brown. I have Puka and a bunch of other free 10-point-a-game receivers. My other RB is Javonte, and the guy offering Hampton is dying for a wide receiver 1. Hit him. Do it. I was already heading down that way anyways, but even with those circumstances, that's an even harder smash for me. Like,
you can always find a 10-point-a-game wide receiver through waivers. But
if you play the matchup, 20 though.
Well, if you play, he's got Puka. He's anchoring that wide receiver core with, a bunch of other 10-point-a-game receivers. If you play the matchups right, all of a sudden those 10 points become 15 in those good matchup weeks, and that's great. That's Cortland Sutton points if you play the matchups right. So
let me pitch another little thing out there too. If you've got a bunch of other 10-point-a-game wide receivers, you can put together a little 2-for-1 deal somewhere else and take 2 of those to someone who just lost, neighbors or whatever, and go find someone like that's desperate for wide receivers. And if you've got a bunch of them, then do another 2-for-1 and go get you another, wide receiver upgrade.
Yeah.
Might as well. So you're not stuck there either. You can make other. Also got Jalen Waddle. Oh, okay.
Very good.
Oh, yeah. With Tyreek Hill going out, I love Waddle here. That was a blessing. I definitely did not celebrate that injury last night because of Waddle going to do better on the season. That didn't even cross my mind at all. I am not a horrible person or anything. Okay, I admit it was almost immediate. And I was like, Waddle for the win, baby. So fantasy makes us horrible people, but that is what it is.
I mean, half the people we draft are sitting on our bench. We're just waiting on somebody ahead of them to get hurt anyways.
100%.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I love that deal then. knowing you have Waddle too, I'm all in on that too. Then for sure. Let's see. I traded Jamar. The Citizen wants to know. I traded Jamar for J.K. Dobbins. My wide receivers are Nakua, DK, Johnston, and Worthy. My running backs were JCM from Washington and Tootin. So I need a running back bad.
You could have done better than Dobbins.
J.K. Dobbins? I'm surprised. Dude,
even
I
with
bet
Jamar and Browning not playing good off a bad week, you could have done better than Dobbins. That was a panic trigger pull there.
The chat in your league must have just blown up after that. I bet people were so mad at you.
Honestly, he should have traded DK after this good year, after the good game he had. And I mean, I don't know if would have got rid of Jamar, but or Worthy.
I don't mind trading Jamar. I'm just getting more than J.K. Dobbins for him. Like
especially with J.K. Yeah, with Harvey coming along. No way, dude. No way. Oh, that's mind-boggling.
Too many people coming in after bad trades and telling us about them. You really should wait until you speak to somebody before you pull the trigger on these things.
I had a dude on Instagram ask me something the other day, and I just wrote back and I said in all caps, "Do not do that deal."
You got to always think with a trade, I said it before, is it going to help you or is it not going to help you? I mean, and I think I get you with us for running back, but I mean, you got to know your worth and value. You got to know it. You got to know
your value. Yeah. I was like, I mean, being desperate. I mean, yeah, we don't want to be lonely, but we don't settle for those that we're going to marry, like, come on, you gotta, like, like, what are you doing here? Don't get so desperate that you settle for something so crappy like that. Because I tell you, you go out there and you hit Jamar Chase on the block and just see what kind of offers you get.
That's the thing. He's probably the first guy that offered him a running back of any kind for Jamar, and he just hit accept. And it's like, put him on the table, see what people will offer you for him.
Yeah,
because he would have got a lot better offers than that.
Ooh, yeah, that's
these and like that's like what the third or fourth trade where people are like, "Hey, I already did this. What do you think?" And they're fails, and it's like, it's only Tuesday. How quickly did you run and accept these bad trades after the games last night?
Now, in defense, I know that a lot of people do look for trades before waivers to kind of know what they're working with and stuff like that. But still, like, oh man, don't.
I would almost say wait till after waivers. Wait and see who got what. Then
that's my thought too. But I think a lot of people.
Yeah, because then if somebody makes a bad drop, then you could pick up somebody you can use for free.
Some people make bad drops. You get free people all the time. All the time. So, yeah, that's also true. Albert in the house. What up?
What's up, dude?
My guy. Always happy to see you, dude. Let's see. Anderson. Should I trade Keenan and Goddard for Drake May and Jordan Addison? I need a QB.
I am on the Drake May hype train this year. He has been balling.
Yeah, I like Drake May.
I think I'll do this trade. Yeah. And you can start Drake comfortably going forward. You can start Drake.
I agree, and I like Jordan Addison. I think he's going to be legit too. So
yeah, I like Jordan Addison. He started out all right, coming back, and with a backup QB. But yeah, I like Drake May a lot. If you need a QB, I'm good with this for sure.
For a 6th round value,
yeah. I was gonna say because Goddard's probably your tight end too. But it says they didn't accept the trade. Should I just do Jefferson for Judkins? I also would not do that. I'd play hardball, dude. Go put Jefferson.
You're letting them navigate the trade, dictate the trade.
Yeah, you have Justin Jefferson, dude.
The fact that he declined, you're the one that sent, what was it, Worthy and Judkins for Jefferson and who?
Johnston? No.
And was it Johnson?
Yeah, I think it was
Johnson for Worthy and Judkins. The fact that he is the one that declined that.
That's wild.
He's a clown, and he's trying to give you the business. Don't let him do it.
Yeah, dude, just go put Jefferson. You could go get
any other running back with Jefferson.
Dude, you could do it with Johnston. Go put them both on the trade block and just see what rolls in. Like, don't rush. It's not that big of a deal. Don't rush this deal.
Like you said, just put them on the trade.
This guy thinks
you're going to get something.
Yeah, this guy thinks he's going to take advantage of you in a trade. Don't let him do it.
Yeah, that's wild, dude.
He should have ran and smashed Judkins and Worthy.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And
He should have
Johnston.
done that big time.
So that tells you where his brain's at. He's just trying to take advantage of you. I'm moving
That's
on.
wild.
I ain't dealing with somebody like that.
Oh, here's the guy's other wide receivers. He's got Juwan Jennings and DJ Moore. Dude, you could take those two guys, combine them. I know you got Waddle and did you say Puka is the other one? I can't remember. But you could take these two guys and probably get something good with them. Jennings and Moore together.
Yeah.
I bet you could get something good for that.
You can get some good with those two, yeah.
You're just gonna have to find someone that needs some wide receiver depth. Someone who's struggling. And there's been enough wide receivers get hurt. Somebody needs wide receivers, probably. So there's a team out there. So I'd go find that team and call it good. So, anywho, all right, guys. I do one last time want to bring up the FSAN shop. That's FSAN.shop, and you can use code FFCK15 for 15% off all your orders there. You'll see it in the ticker below there. We've got some fun shirts for your cities, your teams. We're going to be adding more throughout the season. And then we also have just some fun fantasy stuff in there too. So Draftomania for you Hulk Hogan fans. Your mom is in my fantasy football league and commission ain't easy. We got a bunch of stuff in there. So alrighty, let's get back over here to some questions before we wrap this up. Jacob coming in at the buzzer here. Romeo Doubs or Matthew Golden?
If the Dallas game showed us anything, it's Doubs over Golden.
Yep.
But Doubs has been a red zone target. I mean, he was a red zone target last year. Mm-hmm. He's continuing to be a red zone target now.
He's got love. Matthew Golden, he's still a rookie. I just feel like the rapport is not there that he has with Doubs without having,
You know what I don't like about that game against Dallas, other than it being against Dallas? Games like that give Doubs a big head.
Sort of that freaking helmet pad.
Sorry, I could that dude's freaking head is ginormous out there.
I had a friend, Fletch, Corey. He texted me during that game. He goes, "Man, it looks like somebody's playing big head mode on NFL Blitz out here."
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
it did look like that. It did look like that.
Yeah, or like that, or that old backyard football game. I don't know if y'all ever played that and stuff.
I did.
Big ass heads.
Little kids with the big head.
That's funny.
Bobblehead football. Let's do it. I feel like Green Bay wears more of those watching that game than
yeah.
So they got a lot of them out there.
I'm about it, dude. If I was a lineman, I'd be wearing them for sure. You ain't trying to stay small as a lineman. Like, as an offensive lineman, I'm wearing those for sure. So I think that's silly. Let's see. Jacob also wants to know, keep Caleb or drop him for Dart. He has May as well. So this is kind of like a backup. For me, I'm keeping Caleb over Dart.
I am too, just because he's got a lot of weapons.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he'll have a better year. Rookie
with Dart and neighbors, I'll keep Caleb. Roma Duze, man.
Yeah, no neighbors for you. That's tough too. But just rookie QBs in general are really hard to trust.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. All right, one last one here for Squid before we wrap this up. Do I trade Kamara and DJ Moore for Jamar Chase? Do you think Bengals trade for a QB? Kamara and DJ Moore for Jamar Chase.
If you can afford to lose the running back, I would. I'd take a flyer on Chase with this. That's
kind of where I'm thinking.
This is definitely a fair deal. If you don't need Kamara, if you're deep enough at running back, absolutely, I'd take a flyer for this price.
Yeah, I would too. It sounds like you can probably give up Kamara, and it's not like he's producing huge. But do you think the Bengals trade for a QB? That's a tricky one.
If they do trade for one, who would they trade for?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be just another backup on somebody's. Right? Maybe they go get Russell Wilson.
Go get Russell.
That would honestly be fantastic.
Maybe they would get Shadur Sanders, or maybe Colin Kaepernick's back, baby.
Ayo. I think it'd be great if they went and got Russell Wilson. I think that would help Jamar Chase because Russell Wilson's willing to toss it up there, man.
What about Jameis Winston?
Yeah, dude, that's exactly what I was just thinking. Jameis Winston, bro.
That would be fantastic, honestly.
That would be crazy.
Oh, I'd love to get Jameis Winston out there. I'd love it. I would love it.
Stupid not to bring in Jameis Winston.
Yeah, they get Jameis. Yeah, his numbers.
I just got thinking about it.
Ooh,
Jameis throwing the ball to Chase. Heck yeah, man.
All right, real quick. Going back to trading Kamara and DJ Moore, he has Henry and CMC. So giving up Kamara too. So he had Kamara, Henry, and CMC were his running backs. So yeah, I think
good. We already talked about Kamara's role maybe shrinking.
Yeah,
Miller playing well. I'm okay with it. I'm taking a flyer on Chase for that price. Even if you got to go find another running back or hit waivers or something for a third, I'm okay with that.
Same.
Yeah, I think I'm fine with that too. Yeah, now you go get Kendre Miller off of waivers tonight. So trade Kamara and then go get Miller off of waivers. That guy's gonna be like,
make a trade before the trade deadline. So I'm gonna keep in mind.
That's funny. Let's see. So start 2 running backs: Monty, Benson, Henderson, or Marks. That's actually pretty tough. Hold on one sec. I know this is taking us over time here, but
I already know my answer.
I think I know my answer as well.
Give me Benson and Marks this week.
You stole it from me. I'm gonna do Marks and Benson this week. Oh yeah, but I was gonna try to say the opposite of what you said, but yeah. Same.
Oh man, guys, I like these matchups though.
Like I love Monty, but the matchups for Benson and Mark are just
Marks is a for sure for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you kind of got to go Benson. I was between Monty and Benson. Yeah, I don't feel strongly enough. It's a coin toss for me, but Marks for sure. And then Monty and Benson for me is kind of a toss up, but you guys both say Benson, so that's good enough for me. Okay, last one here. Citizen coming back, was driving home. How dare you not text and drive for us? Just kidding. Appreciate you sticking around with us. I'm 0-4. We have 3 people who aren't paying attention. That sucks. But that also means you can come back in this, especially with bye week stuff. And 2 of our top people have the top 8 running backs. Ugh. Only getting Pollard trades for trading for Puka.
Pollard, JK, it's all the same.
Yeah. So I'm just not giving them up for that value. So just not.
I would have just declined them all instead of like picking the best of the trash to accept.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Crap. I keep saying this. Okay. Last one for real, guys. This is the last one we're taking just because I'm having fun with you. 3 wide receiver league for my running back 2 and flex spot. Jacob's on a bye. So he's got for running back Chubb, Henderson, Charbonnet, or Gainwell. Wide receivers, he's got Jordan Addison, Hollywood, Thornton, Tucker. Okay. So Adams, Johnson, and Debo are his 3 starters.
Kenneth Gainwell was on a bye. Nick Chubb is losing his role. So it's out of Henderson and Charbonnet. And receivers.
I think you got to go Henderson, Charbonnet.
Yeah. And Charbonnet scored last Thursday. So, I mean, he at least something to consider.
Yeah, Gainwell's on a bye. I feel like Henderson and Charbonnet are going to do basically the exact same thing in their respective games.
Yeah.
Kind of a tough pick between those 2.
But you know what? Out of those 2, if they can give you 10 points, I'll call that a day. Let's call that.
But you need a running back 2. Like he needs a running back 2 and a flex.
Oh, yeah, got it. Not 2 running backs. He needs a running back 2. Sorry.
Yeah, so I would start those 2 and not worry. Like Addison plays Cleveland. Okay. I wouldn't start any of the other ones.
You're not starting Addison there?
No, give me Henderson and Sharps.
I don't know. I think I'm going Henderson and Addison.
I'm going Charbonnet and Addison.
Okay, so we have 2 for Henderson and or no.
Okay.
What you said Sharp. We got 2 for Sharp.
Let's assume I picked Addison. If I was only picking one of those running backs, I want Charbonnet.
Okay, I'm an idiot. Charbonnet and Addison it is. Sure.
Charbonnet, yeah. Way to go.
But Henderson's a better choice. But anyways. Just kidding. Just kidding. All right. Sounds like we're going with Sharps and Addison. I'll take half of a right answer. So, and does he drop K Murray for Smith? No. Just keep Murray. That's an easy one. So,
Yeah. Hang on.
All right, guys, that's it. I'm cutting it off. That's it. We're 6 minutes over, but we had a lot of fun. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us this week. Good luck on waivers tonight. Guys, don't do silly trades. Don't panic for these trades. Get value for these players. And you're not so far out of it right now that you need to panic trade like that. You'll kick yourself later.
If you're not sure about these trades, ask your nearest Fantasy Football Advice Network person for advice.
Yep. Yep. Awesome, guys. All right, that's going to do it for us tonight. Thanks for hanging out with us, and good luck this week.
Stay consistent, y'all.
Good luck.